what's up everybody? Nothing? Well, that's what the fuck we're doing this review on. Guns N' Roses Nothing demo. This is a song that came out back in 2019 during the Village session locker leaks on those discs, and one that didn't get a lot of reaction, which is surprising because it is one of the only songs that had Axel vocals on it. And I remember I personally tried to listen to it one time and I couldn't even get through the whole thing because I was just so bored with it. But the reason why I'm doing this review, and I'm surprised I didn't do a review back then, is because Duff just came out on an interview with Fender Japan and announced that they had worked on Nothing and that they will probably be playing it live soon and they will be releasing it soon. Take that with a grain of salt. You never know with this band. For all we know, they might not play live and it might not ever get released. But this demo that I'm reviewing right now was done obviously by the old band from the 2000 era. And let's go ahead and jump right in. So the first thought that came to my mind when I heard the opening notes of this song, which by the way, I listened to it numerous times now so I could prepare myself for this review, but the first thought that came to my mind is that the music is reminiscent of Going Down, in my opinion. Going Down is another unreleased Guns N' Roses song that they did with Tommy Stinson on vocals, but that is something that I made an immediate comparison with. This song is very vocals, drums, and keyboard driven. There also are some synthesizers in the background, but it's mainly those three components: vocals, drums, and keyboards. And I can't discern any guitars at all. And I assume now that Duff and Slash have worked on it, that there's obviously going to be guitar work, and the song's probably going to be completely different. But I mentioned the keyboards, and I wanted to say about the keyboards that they are, to me, very bluesy and they almost have like a reggae tone to them. And I thought that was interesting. As far as Axel's vocals go, a lot of his lines are just repeated, and the lyrics are possibly not finished yet at the time, I'm sure. But he pretty much repeated the lines. Nothing I could see would mean more to me than what you are to me, oh my love. And maybe one or two words out of those two lines you could kind of just like interchange, like instead of would he says could, but you know, etc. And a lot of the lines that he was singing throughout the song, he's kind of just humming and just you know, kind of just like bullshitting his way through, because it is a demo. So that leads me to believe that he hadn't written lyrics for those lines yet. But you never know. I could see them fucking releasing the song to Slash and Duff, and half of the song is hummed through because Axel never finished the lyrics, but we shall see. Axel's in his lower register. No real high notes in this one. Very prominent of some of his lower register work on the Chinese Democracy album and on those songs. And I'm thinking about like how he would pull it off nowadays. I think it would be very Mickey Mouse. I don't think he would try to replicate that lower register. I could see it being very Mickey Mouse, unfortunately. Yeah, I think this song in general is just very Chinese Democracy-esque, where it's like very electronic, but at the same time it has like a 70s feel, kind of like how Monsters was, in my opinion. And it almost kind of reminds me of something that would be on like Led Zeppelin's In Through the Outdoor. Song clocks in at almost 4 minutes and then it fades out. And yeah, I'm gonna say right now, this demo still doesn't do a lot for me. And I'm not surprised like that it never made an album up to this point, that it wasn't included on Chinese Democracy. It just seems like something they were just kind of bullshitting around with, and that was definitely unfinished and they hadn't worked on it a lot, but something that they were just kind of fiddling around with. But I hope that this new version will be better, and I assume that it will be. And that should be one of the main things that we're all looking for when it comes to this tour that they're on right now, is the release of Nothing with Slash and Duff on it, reworked. Along with that, it looks like Atlas Shrugged might get played live and released also, with Slash and Duff reworking that song as well. So those are like the two main things that we're really taking a hard look at when it comes to this tour, that they will be both released. And I'm sure if this song does come out, Nothing, I will definitely do another review on it with the artwork. If you have the chance, check it out. It's on YouTube as of this recording. Yeah, I'm sure it won't be on there for very much longer. I'm sure it'll get taken down due to copyright, but it's up there right now. It has about 1,000 views. Just type in Guns N' Roses Nothing. It'll be like the first result that you see. But that's pretty much all I got for you guys today. Guns N' Roses Nothing. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.